Um, Came back from Atlanta. Took a nap. Definitely took a nap. Um, Look, I was in Atlanta speaking with Adrian Clark. If you guys are in the know when it comes to boxing, those in boxing know who Adrian Clark is. And we talked about a lot of things, and he really taught me a lot. Just in that one day, he taught me a lot about the business of boxing. But that's for another time. But what he did reveal to me is Anthony Joshua and how he's looking with Derrick James. Look, what he said was this. He didn't give too much, but he said this. He said he couldn't believe how athletically gifted Anthony Joshua is and how coordinated he is. He said his size, when he met him, he said the guy's, a huge human being. He said, but the hand speed that he was displaying while training with Derrick James, he said the coordination, he said he just cannot believe that what Derrick James was asking him to do, he was able to do it impressively. He said Anthony Joshua is one hell of a athlete. And I want to add to that with this. Oh, I knew Anthony Joshua was a great athlete. I knew he was heavy-handed. I knew as athletic gifts, the tools that he naturally brings to the ring and to fighting, I know it's strange, okay? I know that. But the thing is will he be provided the skills with Derrick James to get on that all-time level? Because he's already a great heavyweight, but all-time, Usyk, Tyson Fury, there's Deontay Wilder, they're standing there between being a very good heavyweight that people admire, that had his moment in the sun, who people will mention years later, but he has to get through them to be an all-time great heavyweight, and he lost to Usyk twice. And what I'm saying is this, when Anthony Joshua first came out, when he first started and that reign of terror he had in the heavyweight division, reigning, collecting titles, defending his belts, facing all his mandatories, satisfying his mandatories, Anthony Joshua was considered a stiff, robotic type of fighter. It wasn't until Anthony Joshua 2.0, I like to coin the phrase, Anthony Joshua 2.0, where you saw his fluidity in his movement, and I loved it. I enjoyed it. How relaxed his jabs were, his pull counters, right? Everything he was doing. If you look at him against Pulev, that's the fight. You're looking at his footwork, how quickly he could pick up things, change his style a bit. I knew he was an athlete. The problem is he went from a bully puncher to a more elusive, fluid boxer, okay? But then when he fought Usyk, he couldn't tie in what he learned while being Anthony Joshua 1.0. And that's what I think Derrick James has the possibility of doing here. Keeping his athletic gifts, his fluidity, his speed, all he brings to the table, but bringing back out the punishing AJ, the bullying AJ. Don't forget, there was a time when people were actually wondering who punched harder, AJ or Wilder. So AJ's punching power still should be considered, because he didn't lose his power, still should be considered number two. Deontay Wilder has all-time ridiculous power. We know that now. Like, his power is, but AJ, his ability to punch hard with a variety of punches and get you out of there. Derrick James, he has the type of fighters where you look at him, you look at his stable, and you say, okay, this is how he trains. This is what he brings out. Errol Spence, he is great technically. Errol Spence is athletically gifted, but the way he puts it together, you see Errol Spence as somebody who breaks you down and beats you up. He punishes you. Jermell Charlo, he gets you out of there, okay? But Jamel Charlo, when he's listening, when he wants to be fundamentally sound, he's very sound. Jamel Charlo will show different sides of his gifts as well. You saw that with Brian Castano, too. When you look at Frank Martin is a little bit different. And they're teaching Frank Martin now to sit down on his punches and finish it. Michelle Rivera, the team was thinking with that fight, Frank Martin should have stopped him. I'm saying that to say this. If you take Tyson Fury when he went back to Crunk Gym and he got Sugar Hill, baby, Sugar Hill. Tyson Fury has now cemented himself as one of the bigger punchers. Don't forget, a lot of people were calling him pillow-fisted. They didn't understand how you can learn how to punch with power. He was never pillow-fisted. He was gifted with natural power, right? When they say punchers are born, right? Not made. Well, he was a born puncher. He just didn't know how to punch with power. He went to Crunk's gym and they brought that out, right? And all of a sudden, he's rocking Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder. He actually rocked him in the first fight when he decided to sit down after getting knocked down in the 12th round. They saw it then. But rocking Wilder, stopping him twice. And it happened almost overnight to where people were suspecting he must have loaded gloves, stuff like that. Anthony Joshua, same type of idea. Derrick James doesn't have to give him extra tools. He just has to know how to teach AJ how to put it all together. We've seen the brawling, bullying AJ, and we've seen AJ 2.0. I think Derrick James could put it all together. What do you think? I'm very optimistic. I'm looking forward to this fight, and I love what I heard from Adrian Clark. I would love to hear more from that team to see how AJ is looking, how he's feeling, how he's developing. ShowBizz adult. Tomorrow's the Facts Friday. I will be on my morning podcast. I'm out.